Hey guys, and welcome to the Gilded Prophecy raid guide. The second boss is Guurloth. This is a two-phase fight. As always, I will first explain the different mechanics and then go over the fight. Please make sure you have the annotations activated on this YouTube video. Since not all mechanics will be happening on every difficulty, I will add an annotation next to every mechanic I explain to tell you what mechanic to expect on easy, normal or hard mode. We use the following raid setup: one tank, a purifier, an oracle, and a harp archon. The enrage timer is 6 minutes. The fight has the following mechanics. He has an auto-attack cast called Earthen Barrage, but he does not cleave. The boss will also remain in this place for the whole fight, no matter where the tank stands. He will cast Earthen Geyser on the ranged player, and this will place an AoE on the ground. Everyone should be stacked in melee, and one guy should be standing at range to deal with the range mechanics. The boss will cast Explosive Crystal on a ranged player. This will do damage to the player and AoE damage around him. Again, have only one guy standing in range to deal with this. He will do an emote saying, "Jump little fools." He will then start casting Rumbling Earth. Simply jump on each wave to avoid the damage. The boss will cast Earthen Punishment on a random player. He will do an emote saying, "Target will do nothing or you all suffer." So you guessed it, when you have this buff you cannot do anything. Just target yourself and wait for it to go over. The boss will do a cast called Guurloth's Call. This will summon an ad. It will spawn next to the boss and you have 10 seconds to pull it away from him. If you tank it within 10 meters of the boss, it will increase the damage the boss and the ad does by 100%. You have 45 seconds to kill the ad before it starts summoning another one. The boss will do an emote saying, "Dare you gaze upon the Orb of Power." He will then do a channel called Orb of Searing Power. You will need to face away from the boss during this channel. If you fail to face away from the boss, you will take massive damage and the whole raid will get a stack of blind. This will reduce players' outgoing healing and damage for each stack. The boss will do an emote saying, "Who's the man now?" He will then start channeling the point. All you need to do is /point and it will give you a buff called the Point Protection. This will make you immune to his next cast. At 80, 50 and 20% there will be 2, then 4, then 5 tornadoes spawning. You need to avoid these. If you get hit by one you will be shot up in the air and you will take damage. The tornadoes will always remain for 50 seconds. The boss will do an emote saying, "Dance little fools," and he will start channeling Dance with Death. All you need to do is /dance and it will give you a buff called Protection of Dance. This will again make you immune to his next attack. The boss will cast Bolt of Destruction on the tank. This is a 5-second cast and does about 200k damage. This can be reflected or turned into healing with natural conversion. He will do an emote saying, "Run little fools," and he will start channeling Earthen Toil. You will need to keep moving during this channel to avoid taking damage. At 60% he will start casting Crystalline Reaction on the tank. This is a 25-second debuff on the tank and he will cast it about every 40 seconds. While the tank has this debuff, any overhealing done to the tank will deal massive damage to other players close to him. And these are all the mechanics. Let's go play Simon Says. As a tank, make sure you stand away from the raid when you pull, to avoid getting an AoE landing on the raid after you pulled. So pull the boss and everyone but one guy goes stack in melee. Earthen Geyser, this is the AoE thrown at ranged player. Earthen Barrage, this is the auto attack cast on the tank. This is the jump emote, he's now casting Rumbling Earth. Just jump every time the yellow wave comes. Explosive Crystal, again on a ranged player. It will do some damage to the player and do AoE damage around him. Guurloth's Call, this will summon an ad. Again, pull it at least 10 meters away from the boss to avoid both getting the damage boost buff, and kill this ad quickly or it will summon another ad. Check the emote saying, "Indira will do nothing or all suffer." This is the Stop Everything debuff. Again, when you have this debuff, just target yourself and wait for it to be over. Orb of Searing Power, you need to face away from the boss. This will often happen at the same time as the ad is up, so position yourself accordingly. Also be careful that when the ad is up, everyone will be standing in range. This means that if the boss casts Earthen Geyser, there's a chance that the AoE might land on you, so be ready to move out quickly. Again, the jumping mechanic. 80%, you can now see the first tornadoes spawning. Try not to get hit by them, these will remain for 50 seconds. Here is the emote Dance Little Fools. You need to do slash dance to get the protection buff. The stop mechanic. Now he does the emote Who's the Man Now? You need to do slash point to get the protection buff. Bolt of Destruction. You can either use a tank cooldown, reflect it, or use a Chloro's natural conversion. Earthen Toil. You need to keep running until this cast is over. We are now below 60%, he will now start casting Crystalline Reaction on the tank. When the tank has this debuff, he needs to move away from other players. And the healer has to be careful, any overhealing done to the tank will deal damage to him and players close to him. This will be cast around every 40 seconds and last 25 seconds, so this buff will be active most of the time now. And it's all repeat until the boss is dead now, so I will speed this up a little bit. %, the next set of tornadoes spawning, now it's 4 of them. And 20%, the last 5 tornadoes are spawning. And that's it guys, good luck on your kill. As always, I will add the Karuul Alerts that I have for this fight in the video info, so make sure you check that out. And if you want to share my guides in the guide section of the Rift forums or anywhere else, that would be greatly appreciated. And as always guys, thanks for watching.